Hi, I'm State Representative Seth Grove, and welcome to another edition of Legislative Report. Today, we are at the Dover Library, and I'm with the branch librarian, Mrs. Deb Van de Castle. Thank you so much for having us today.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Excited to be here. Obviously, this is a very, very busy place, staple of the community. We have everybody walking in through the doors and kind of seeing the door right now, so I'm seeing kids, older adults, working age individuals coming in and out of this place using all the services that the library provides. And it's amazing how libraries have grown in their service to community. It's just not books anymore. I'm excited to hear a little bit more, but let's kind of start with history, guys, not the original location here at the Dover Community Center. So kind of give where you started from and why you came to kind of this location.
Okay, well, in 1984, we started on Palomino Road by the Y, and I think we were there about 5 years, and then we moved to this location, but we had half as much space as we have now. So we were really busy. We continued to get busier and busier, and we were just sort of, bursting at the seams, and we just couldn't handle all of the demands on us, which is a good thing. The community really liked the library. So in 2010, we started expanding, and we've doubled our size, and we're busier than ever.
Yeah, and it's a great location here in the community building. I mean, you have the community room, you have the fire department, you have a great park, playground, you have the senior center, Heritage Senior Center. All my friends are over there, probably Wii-bowling right now and playing bingo and stuff. But what a great opportunity to partner with the community here.
We love the location. Yeah, the kids are coming in after school. Like you said, seniors come over when they're finished in the senior center. And it's lots of parking, and it's just perfect. Yeah, we're in a great location.
Yeah. Now, we've seen demand for library use really skyrocket, especially since kind of 2008, probably 2001, with a down economy. Can you kind of go over what services you're really seeing increase that probably people aren't aware of, maybe you provide?
Sure. Well, I mean, we still have all the traditional, like books, magazines, books on CD, but now we have ebooks you can download for free. We have a library app you can put on your phone. You can walk in the library and check out your books yourself with your app. You can get your reference questions answered with the app. You can get GPS directions to the libraries. It just does a whole lot, and that's free from the library system. So yeah, library services are expanding. We have access to computers, and that's one of our fastest growing usage. Yeah, we have lots of people coming and using our computers. And when money was a little tight, a lot of people, discontinued their computer service. So that demand's really continuing to grow.
Yeah, I saw it was completely full as we came in here this morning and stuff, and obviously a lot of kids out there checking out books, which is very, very good.
Yes.
Yeah. Now you have a lot of early education opportunities for youngsters.
We have baby story times, birth to 2, and then we have toddler times for 2 and 3-year-olds, and preschool story times for 4, 5, and 6. And those are really growing. As a matter of fact, we have 7 a week, and in the fall we're probably going to expand it and add 2 more because they're so full. Yeah.
Great. About what time do they run during the day?
Usually in the morning. We have one at 10 and one at 11 and one at 1 in the afternoon on Tuesdays and Thursdays. People can call us, but yeah, they're full. You register for them, and we love them.
That's terrific. It is a fun time.
It is.
Especially with the shaky eggs. If you've ever been
shaky eggs, parachutes. So it's very interactive. Kids are learning about language, but in a lot of fun, interactive ways. So it's a good time.
That's terrific. What other services do you provide here at the library?
We have all of our materials. We answer reference questions. People can come in with their technology, like their new e-reader, and find out how to use it. People even occasionally ask us questions about cell phones and digital cameras. So we try to help people with their technology. And also we have meeting spaces available. So if groups want to come in, we have a small meeting room. We have this programming room. People, nonprofits and other organizations in the community can come in and use this. We have programming for adults. One of the things we just added recently is GED programs. We're doing that in conjunction with the York County School of Technology. So we have GED classes 2 days a week. We're working now with AARP to get some programs, get some people help with tax preparation in the spring. So, we try to give the community the things that they need.
Yeah, check out that demand. And obviously this is a hub for the community, so you probably hear those needs
Sure.
and can kind of program accordingly
Yes.
to each. And we have a great network of libraries. Everything's based out of Martin Memorial Library.
Martin
or-
Memorial Library is the district center, and then that library, as well as other libraries, there's 13 libraries altogether, and we all make up York County Library System. And Dover is a branch library.
Yep, and there's a lot of sharing of resources,
Yeah.
and yep.
Well, we have a sort of like a bookmobile that goes between all the libraries. So if you come in one library, you can see what all the libraries own on the computer and put a hold. And then every day we bring in books that people need. So we share resources.
So tell me about the reading club you have.
We have a summer reading club, and it encourages children to read because sometimes there's a slump in the summer. Kids' reading level goes down because they're not reading. They go
Yeah.
back to school and they have to kind of catch up. So this helps them to keep those reading levels up, and plus have a good time, learn a lot of new things. This summer we have over 1,600 kids in our
Wow.
summer reading club, and for a 4,000 square foot library, that's a lot of kids.
Yeah.
So we're really busy. We have the kids coming in every day, getting books, and it's a great program.
Do you have a set certain books to read like each week, each day, or is it kind of you just come in and just read whatever you want as long as you're reading?
Right. Children select the books that they're interested in, and they can read them. They can have a story time at home. Parents can read to them. They can read to a younger sibling, and they go online and they book their minutes online.
Excellent.
And they can, they get prizes, tickets to different community activities. And, so it's they have a good time and they learn.
That's terrific. And how many?
1,600.
1,600.
Yeah.
Is that just in the Dover area?
Just
Is that
in the
for,
Dover area.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
I can't imagine how many that is around York County, but
Yes.
it sounds like a terrific program. And there's a state partnership too you wanted to
Well,
hit on?
there's a program that the state has. It's called PA Forward, and it's sort of looking at literacy in a new way. And it's saying that, yes, there's basic literacy. There's information literacy, so you come in to find information, get reference questions answered. There's health literacy. People are trying to get information about health care, so we try to address that with people. There's financial literacy, so we try to get people, we have programs about budgeting, about investing, about savings, and we try to help people with those kind of questions. And then there's civic and social literacy. So we had Ask the Candidate night where people could come in and talk to people that were running for school board. We have citizenship programs and materials. So we try to look at literacy in a little bit broader way than we used to.
That's good. I find financial literacy as a core, especially when we're looking at poverty in Pennsylvania. I had the opportunity with our policy committee to visit, it's called a Circles program in Palmyra. And one of the themes about individuals here, they're kind of like the working poor, so to speak. One of the main things they focus on is just getting a budget down. I know one of the ladies presenting, her family was the first time after sitting down and actually doing a budget. She actually had $25 left over, and she was excited because that's the first time that actually happened, and that's through financial literacy, understanding how to do a budget, cash flow in and out, and the simple stuff. She basically said, I have a problem of turning lights on in the house. I walk through a room, so our electricity bill was so high, and through work, through mentors, and through just kind of networking with individuals who are facing a similar situation, we got our electricity bill down, and just a wonderful program, and probably see a lot of that.
Yeah, those are the kind of things we're trying to address. We have a program called Right on the Money, and we talk to parents and children.
Yeah.
So the kids learn about delayed gratification, saving, and while the parents are learning just what you said, how to budget, how to save money, how to make their pay last. So,
that's terrific, especially in the niche for kids, and especially the world of debit cards where they just, here it is, just swipe it. It's like magic,
right?
Where they don't understand it's a cash flow thing. You have to have money attached to it somewhere, or you're not going to be able to get what you want in life. So that's a critical core function. I think it will be great and help our society advance just that financial literacy, understanding how to. I don't think too many people necessarily write checks, but how to balance a checkbook and stuff like that. So that's wonderful.
And even
you do that.
how to look at the economy and understand money on that level too.
Yeah.
It's on TV all the time, and some people don't understand that. So we try to address
in stock
all
markets
different levels.
and
Investing.
That's awesome. So computer use is up. Obviously, people. What do you see people doing with your computers here at libraries?
I guess fortunately and unfortunately at the same time, they're coming in looking for work.
Yeah.
We've seen some people for months, and then all of a sudden they're gone, and we know they got a job.
Yeah.
They're coming in, they're making resumes, they're applying online. And we have some people that come in, they have to apply for a job online, and they don't have the skills to do that. So we, they're supposed to hear the results on their email account. They don't have one. We help them set up an email account. We teach them how to use the computer so they can go online and apply. So that's the big use.
I really wouldn't think of that either, but that's a great use. And obviously you can go in there for other things.
Sure. People check their email.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just want information.
Yeah.
They're trying to get, people are doing research about their family histories. All kinds of different things. And kids come in sometimes for homework, of course, sometimes to play online games and do research for papers at school.
Yeah. Where do you think libraries are headed into the future?
Well, I think we're going to be a meeting place for the community. As I said, we're trying to look at literacy in a lot of different ways, and we're trying to help people get the information that they need and share ideas and talk and have a place to learn and share. Our meeting rooms are all full. We try to have more public space so people can come in and talk to each other.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things we're going to see. People like face-to-face contact.
Yeah.
They like to talk with other people, and they like to say what's on their mind and hear what other people have to say.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things we think about when we look at the future of libraries.
I hope we don't get away with that with Twitter and Facebook and people diving into their cell phones.
Right.
Hopefully we never lose that interpersonal communication, because it's a core function and something that's important for socialization and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the libraries are about sharing information, and what better way to do it than face-to-face.
Now we have the Senior Center, Heritage Senior Center, right next door. What kinds of stuff do you partner with them with?
We've had speakers come and talk about books with them. They've had book clubs. Of course, they come over when they're finished to check out books.
Yeah.
They have book discussion groups, and we supply them with the books that they need. We've had some programs about Social Security, when you have to apply for Social Security, how to do that. So we have some programs that we think seniors might be interested in. We're planning a program now on dealing with Alzheimer's. And so we have some topics that seniors might be interested in. Yeah. So we partner with them in a lot of things. That's terrific.
And obviously, Greater Dover community, we have Dover School District. Is there coordination with the school districts and school districts around York County to try to create almost a seamless educational opportunity for children?
Well, we go out, of course, in the spring, and we let all the kids know about the Summer Reading Club and pass out materials at the school. We also have a program in the fall where we try to get all the first graders in York County to apply for a library card.
Excellent.
So, we work with the schools a lot.
I know my kids go to the Dover Y, and we were here on a tour, and same kind of function. So great opportunities for obviously early education development, and obviously education throughout the years. And the more educated our society is, the better our society will be.
Absolutely.
So you play a core role in that.
Start with the babies, and we go all the way up to the senior citizens.
Well, unfortunately, we're out of time, Deb. I appreciate your hospitality and letting us, and you discussing all the wonderful things the library here in Dover is doing, and across York County in Pennsylvania. So thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. We're so glad you came today.
Next, we'll be visiting the Dover Food Bank and learning more about a core function of what the Dover Food Bank and how it helps so many people in the Dover area. I'm here at the wonderful Dover Food Bank with food bank manager.
Correct.
Yep. Eleanor Eister, who is a volunteer. This is an all-volunteer organization who does a wonderful job helping out the residents of Dover
Dover School District.
So can you give us a little detail on the history of Dover Food Bank, kind of where it started and how you ended up here, a little tucked away in the little industrial complex in Dover Borough?
Okay, we started in 1982 back at Bethany Church. If I understand, it was just a closet that they started. They wanted to take care of some people in the community who were in need. And eventually, I think 1986, they moved here when Mr. LaPrairie built the buildings here. And at that time, New Hope Ministries moved into the same building. They had already moved into Dover. So we're in the same building. They are our clearinghouse, so to speak. They interview the clients and see what their needs are, and they help with other things, and then they send them here if they qualify for the food.
Yeah, it's a wonderful partnership to have New Hope. You know, you can come in, you can get signed up for all the help you need, and then your responsibility to just come right in. They can get their food and off they go. So that's a wonderful partnership.
It is.
You have
It
with
is.
them.
Right now, it's working together very well.
So you go to New Hope first. You get cleared. You get all the help you need. See if you're qualified for any state or federal aid, and obviously for the Dover Food Bank. What's the criteria for the food bank here?
We use a state guideline. We get about 50% of our food either from the federal government or the state government. And the state has the declaration of income forms that they sign. So if they're below the income level, New Hope sends them over here. And we do have to keep our own records because we are a separate organization. But that's our criteria. They can come in once a month. If they are in more need, they dare come in a second time. We have, I'd say, about 1/3 of our clients do come in a second time.
Okay. Do you recall how many people you helped maybe last year in total off the top of your head?
I'd say about 325 different families.
Wow.
This past month, we did 177 different families.
Wow.
We handed out 290, I'm going to guess,
Yeah.
grocery carts full of groceries.
Wow.
Our volunteers are fantastic, and our community has allowed us to do that.
Yeah, and you're all volunteer based, so
We are.
everybody in here is volunteering their time to help
Correct.
their fellow resident of Dover.
We have about 50 volunteers. We've been an organization for 30 years now, and the volunteer list has grown larger and larger as our
That's
need
great.
has grown.
What kind of needs are you looking for from the community as far as maybe food? And I always assume summer's kind of that slow time for donations coming in. Is that correct?
Well, over the summer we have wonderful gardeners and farmers.
Great.
And we get a lot of fresh produce donated to us. Corn, cucumbers, and zucchini right now are the big thing they're donating. We do have a separate shelf full of food for the children who are not getting their free lunches in school. So after the family has shopped from the other shelves, then we give them the additional things if they have school-age children.
That's wonderful. How many, have you seen an increase in need over the past few years, few months?
Yes.
Yeah.
It continually goes up.
Yeah.
It has gone up and up.
That's a real shame, but it's great to have organizations like yours here to help them on a average day. So when they come in, they'll be screened. They'll come back here, and usually a volunteer goes around and helps select from any number of goods. Can you kind of go over briefly what
Right.
kind of products?
We have a choice pantry, they call it, rather than just packing a bag and handed
Okay.
it to them. They can pick off the shelf, so the family gets what their family will eat. We have a lot of less waste that way. We have soups, vegetables, canned vegetables, fruits, cereal. We handle powdered milk. We don't have the refrigeration for other milk.
Yeah.
We do purchase eggs and margarine at the local stores and make sure they have that also. Frozen meats. Right now we're getting quite a bit of frozen meat through the Central Pennsylvania Food Bank.
Excellent.
But we also then purchase hot dogs or hamburger, whatever,
Yeah.
to fill in.
Yeah, and obviously when people make donations, there's many opportunities to donate in the Dover area, usually churches, M&T Bank, Platts Motors, they have handouts.
boxes
You can
out
bring
for
them
us.
right in.
You can bring it right in. We're open from 9 to 11:30, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. But New Hope Ministries, since we're in the same building, they accept donations for
Excellent.
us. They open the door for the people who are bringing it in. And they're open from 9 to 4, 5 days a week. So they can bring that right in.
That's terrific. And then probably community like Boy Scouts and stuff, other opportunities
The
to
Boy
donate as
Scouts do a wonderful job. Every November we have the Boy
Great.
Scout drive. They do a wonderful job. The postal drive is in May,
Okay.
and usually that's a very large donation as well.
Terrific.
In between there, the schools usually each have a food drive somewhere in the year. The churches, quite a few of the churches have a once a month food bank Sunday.
Yeah.
Some of them just occasionally will help out. When we realized our shelves needed painted, the one church brought a whole crew in one whole weekend. They emptied the shelves, painted them, came back and filled the shelves. So the churches in the area have been wonderful, a wonderful help to us.
And you take financial contributions?
That
if someone
we
wants
do.
to give you a giant gift card, Weiss gift card?
That we do.
Or any kind of
Yes.
other donations as well?
Yes.
Yep.
The monetary donations, we do rent the building, so we have to pay the rent and the electricity, and then whatever money remains, then we buy additional things to fill in from what we don't have on hand. Giant Food Store has about once a year they collect for the Dover Food Bank, and then they give us the gift cards from that.
What's your greatest need? If you would have to say, what's your top priority, what's your greatest need that you really, really need help with here?
We never get pancake mix and pancake syrup from the government program.
Okay.
And that's something we like to have on hand because people can use that for dinner if they really need to.
Yeah.
So we usually purchase pancake mix, pancake syrup, crackers,
Okay.
peanut butter and jelly, especially over the summer.
Okay.
We try to make things taste good, so
Yeah.
mustard, ketchup, the condiments, we try to fill in with those.
Okay. So those are the kind of like the extra stuff that.
The extra things,
Okay.
yes.
And what's your geographic area? Obviously, we have a couple food banks around the area and stuff like that. What's your general populace that you help?
We do the Dover School District.
Okay.
So if they're outside of the school district, when they come to us, if they're in immediate need, we have what we call crisis bags. We have pre-packed bags that New Hope can give them that day. And then we give them the phone numbers of where they can go in their local area.
You've been open since 1982. Obviously, you celebrated 30 years.
We did.
Last year, wonderful.
We did.
I got to attend your little volunteer recognition luncheon over at the
It was
Dover
very
Valley.
nice.
It was great to see so many people engaged in the community. Is that something you need more volunteers to help out?
We can always use volunteers. We have volunteers who stock shelves and clean, and of course we have 3 volunteers each day we're open to help clients select the food, to shop with them. We have volunteers on the desk to sign them in and record at the end of the day. We have a few volunteers who do a few home deliveries. We have a few shut-ins
Okay.
who cannot get here, and we try to make sure that the community is pretty well taken care of. So we do have volunteers who also do a few home deliveries.
That's terrific.
We also have volunteers who have trucks, because we have to pick up food at York County Food Bank, or when the schools have a food drive, they will call us, and then we have to go get that and pick it up and bring it in.
Okay.
So yes, we're always in need of more volunteers.
Obviously, we're still in a bad economy. Have you seen a steady growth in people needing help, or has it been kind of like that 2001 crash and increase, drop back down, 2008, come back up, or has it been steady?
I think it's been a pretty steady increase. There are a lot of new development in the Dover area that are low income.
Okay.
We have several low income housing developments that have been put in, and we do get quite a few clients from there. But as far as our numbers, it has been pretty steadily going up.
So when individuals come in here, obviously they're looking for help, and maybe there's a certain percentage of people out there that do need help, but maybe they're embarrassed or they're scared, don't know where to turn. How do you deal with that as a volunteer-based organization, to try to pull people in and say, you need help, just come in, we're here to help? How do you deal with that?
Our volunteers are great. We are a Christian organization, so everyone has a heart for someone in need. We do have people who come in very, I don't want to say embarrassed, but they don't want to come in, especially the men. Women and children have more of a sense of, I need to take care of this child, and they will come in.
Yeah.
Sometimes someone has just lost their job, and it's a very temporary help they need, that they move on to another job. Sometimes we have people who have been here for years that just can't get out of the hole or have medical problems, and we have people who are waiting for assistance programs to kick in, and then they'll be okay.
Yeah.
But our volunteers always embrace them. We used to have one lady who came and said she comes as much to be cheered up as she does for the food, and that made us all feel good.
Yeah.
But we certainly don't want anybody to not come for help if they need help, because that's our purpose here.
Yeah.
We're here to help in time of need.
And you do a great job of it. And do you see any fluctuations during kind of time of year, fall, winter, summer?
Usually in the fall, the numbers go up considerably. We have special food that we put out for the Thanksgiving dinners. We don't provide Thanksgiving dinners. We just make sure that the shelves have stovetop stuffing and potatoes and that type thing available. And we do have a lot more in the fall. I think when the summer is over, the air conditioning bills come in and the oil tank is empty, and it is a pinch time for most people.
Yeah.
And then at Christmas time, we do have Christmas baskets that we prepare. It's 2 boxes of food for each family. And the Lions Club, the Wagglestown and Dover Lions Club, deliver those directly to their homes.
That's great.
So that's
I'm a
wonderful.
Dover Lions Club member,
Okay,
so
there you go.
Wonderful. I love them, and it's probably the saddest thing I see about our service organizations like Lions Club, Rotary, Sertoma. When I joined several years ago, it was a ton of Lions that meet at Dover. The fire department in Dover Borough, and now it's just dwindling off. I usually joke, I usually say your average age is as young as your youngest lion, which is me, which is a real shame. I think my generation starts needing to step up and start filling those roles of some very dedicated public service oriented individuals like yourself who you spend more time helping other people than probably looking after yourself. So
some days.
We do appreciate that. We do appreciate all your hard work. And again, you don't actually do any fundraising here, right?
No, we don't. We don't actually have fundraisers. The community has taken care of us. The Lions Club is one organization that once a year sends us a check. We get checks from various organizations. The veterans in Shiloh, the VFW, they send us a check once a year. Quite a few organizations do help us out. We do not go out and actually raise funds. We just let the people know that we're here, and the funds come in.
Yep. So they could use some money. So
yes.
help out our wonderful organization. Well, unfortunately, we are out of time. I appreciate everything that your organization does to help all the residents in the Dover School District area. You're all wonderful, civil-minded individuals, and wish we could clone you all, but thank you for what you do. And we'll have your contact information at the end of the show to make sure everybody's aware of your location and where they can drop off donations,
That's wonderful.
food, and everything else to help individuals. So,
thank you very
Eleanor,
much.
thank you, and please pass on our thanks to all your volunteers and all their hard work too. So.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, we are out of time. This is Legislative Report. I'm State Representative Seth Grove. If you have any questions about anything you have seen on the show, the contact information will be on right after this. Thanks again, and check us out next time on Legislative Report.